Hello once again and welcome to the official SA Chart Show. SA's most official charts, hands down. No fear, no favor, all truth. My name is Luyolo Mngonyama and with me is my co-host. Tell us more about it, buddy.
Oh, well, there's not much more to say. I mean, you laid it out fully. This is the one place where opinions don't matter. Unless, of course, they are shared by you in the comments. But ultimately, the chart is the chart. This is what you are listening to, and we bring it to you clean. My name is Letuka, Dlamini, by the way. We just out here.
Righty. Without wasting a second further, let's get straight into it. This week's top 10 most streamed songs in the land. Let's check it out. By the way, you look very orange. You look like the logo today, ne?
Uyazi ntwana i-winter sijama orange so naming nama
vitamins.
Siyayibona
I
leyo nto.
see vitamin D and vitamin E. I must go get my change from high school. I don't think I understand which one is vitamin A and B. But anyway, let's check it out.
Right, kicking things off for us at number 10 and swinging straight for the fences off the bat, we have Kabza the Small teaming up with Angelic, Simi, and Mo Keys with Eningi. Speaking of Eningi, Abo Keys, Sebaba Ningi.
Man, Senior Oat and Kemi Chiene have me all up in my Apple Music, man. I've been downloading every song by Senior Oat. It is so dope. I absolutely love it.
They are definitely people to look out for. I for the longest time, slept on them.
Me
no
too.
more.
Please forgive us. Please forgive us. But before you forgive us, do make sure that you check them out. At number 9 right now, it's Senior Oat with Kemi Chiene with All in You.
Never see watching over me. You guide me. I have all in you. Oh.
Alright, now breaking into the charts all the way from Gai Gupi Gupi Wewe in America is super talent and former Generations cast member. I'm talking about Chris Brown pulling up with Till the Wheels Fall Off.
Listen, the cow is empty. Stop milking that now. That was like 40 years ago.
Oksalayo. Chris Brown was on Generations and then he's back on our shores at number 8 on this chart.
Also, can you cast us too now, Generations?
Even they know Chris Brown, when he comes back, is going to continue and be the new Dow. Yes.
Okay, let's play the song.
Back tears trying to write me off. Bitch, you don't know how to love, get your heart beat off. Yeah. I've been going crazy trying to save me, ain't no antidote. I would say her name, but I ain't saying that shit anymore. Drowning out the pain, it's just a feeling you won't never know. I'm a living legend, I'ma say it till it's...
Now, while we are in America, let's just kick it here for a bit because now Future coming through to wait for you. Are you okay, my friend?
No, this man is wrong. I just want to appeal to my brothers in Eldos. You know, gents, please, man. Summer's coming. Please leave this thing alone. You can't put number plates on the back of your head into your hairstyle. Please, I'm sure. Number 7, you were saying?
Number 7, it is Aubrey. Was it Aubrey, right?
Oh, Drake. I saw it was Drake. Yeah, at number 7.
Do check it out, guys. Correction. It is actually Future and Aubrey and Wait for You. Get over this. It's
No,
fine.
they must wait before we do this thing. My brothers, always, please, man. Please.
Let's go, guys.
No, this man is a bad influence.
Let's go.
So, yeah.
Let's go watch the music video.
Sit on my balcony and wonder how you're feeling. I got a career that takes my time away from women. I cannot convince you that I love you for a living. I be on your line, feelings flowing like a river. You be texting back, you at Kiki on the river. Message say deliver, but I...
Alright, and rounding off the bottom half of the chart for us, we have King Kabza once more, joined by Msaki with Kusela.
Kuwe mtali
hardworking dudes. I mean, at this point, it's safe to assume that these guys might legit be living in the studio given the sheer amount of tracks they have on the circuit at this minute. Fellow T and Toss moving 24 places up the chart, chilling at number 15 with their hot joint, Manga.
Right, now you know we normally would have one artist under the spotlight for this. But this week there was just no way to ignore King Kabza and Pori pulling up once more, dropping their new track which makes its debut actually at number 28. Let's check them out, please.
Before we check them out, what does Manga man? What's Manga?
Even me, I don't know.
Manga.
I suspect it's onomatopoeia. It's an action word for something we will see in the video. Maybe a new chance.
Manga.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's check them out.
Alright, now coming through at number 5 is Earth's favorite Yellowbone, a very disrespectful human being who tried to take over this chart in its entirety last week. We're talking once more about Aubrey Drake Graham with Sticky.
They talk about the best, you know how sticky it gets.
And at number 4 is the same Yellowbone doing big things with 21 Savage, Jimmy Cooks.
Pull up and you know it's us, the bass jumping. Y'all don't like the way I talk and say something. In my face, nigga. Gotta throw a party for my day ones. They ain't in the studio, but they'll lay some.
Now we all saw what the hit track Paris by Q-Mark and TPZ did to this chart. It was smoking hot for the longest time and it almost felt like, you know, they came out of nowhere. But no one comes out of nowhere, you know? So we had to sit down and got a chance to talk to the people who brought us Q-Mark and TPZ, their management, Cloud9. Let's see what they got to say. Cut out the part where Lou tried to get a record deal with them though. I just wanted to...
By now you should know, don't believe everything that comes out of his mouth unless it's about the streaming charts. That's the only fact that we have here.
Hi, I'm Shayzar of Cloud9 Entertainment. I'm a general manager for Cloud9 Entertainment. Basically, we manage Q-Mark and TPZ and African Puppy, who have a single called Paris. I'm sure everybody knows the song by now. Basically, it's been in the charts ever since Tosak began, which is 12 weeks and running. Been in the top 5, now probably still in the top 10. Basically, we at the Tosak event, it was nice. We ate some nice free food, some nice, you know, free alcohol, free drinks, everything. It was quite entertaining. Yeah. The benefits of having a chart show helps us to understand where as a record label, where you stand in the music industry. It helps us highlight and focus on what exactly you're doing right or what exactly you're doing wrong. Who are your peers, who are your competitors, and who you should know in the industry. If you need to collaborate with a guy on number 10 for you to make it to number 5, you know, it's very helpful. It gives a lot of insight to how the industry functions, and it also helps the artists to feel that they are doing something very progressive and then they're moving forward with life. Hi, I'm Shayzar of Cloud9 Entertainment and you're watching the official charts.
Now you know how Master KG and Wanitwa Moss. Now you know how Master KG and Manitoamos move, man. They're always near and around the top spots, and this week is no different. We find them hanging around at number 3.
Man.
Sofa Slashana.
Sorry, I was just getting ahead of myself there. Like, you can always count on these guys to represent.
Without fail.
Shout out. They are draking us. They are Kendrick Lamaring us because we've been just talking about them through and through in this chart. Well done, boys. Let's check it out.
Now you know how we do in the Dlamini household. We kill things. And at number 2, we have a gentleman holding up the clan name, showing the world how we do. Mr. Dlamini Okulu, aka Burner Boy, with Last.
Dude, don't you get tired of just telling lies on this show? I feel like you've been feeding us lies. Burn up on Dlamini.
He's a Dlamini.
How?
His name is Dlamini. Google him right now.
No,
Google it right now. I'll wait for you here on camera. You'll tell me his name is Dlamini Okulu. Yeah. Burner Boy, son.
Oh, I feel sorry for this chart show. Producers, let's check out Dlamini.
You're a hater.
While we're all about bringing you the hottest tracks in the land, we're also about giving you the latest news because, ngiyawuthanda mina umkhosi.
And there's nothing wrong.
And song is ngiyawuthanda, but we like to pretend as if you love the tea. Now it's time for us to pour it for you and have a sip. Check it out. It's Street Savvy.
Alright, so we not only bring you the latest drops as far as the chart goes, interviews with some of your hottest, but we like to keep a finger on the pulse of what's happening in the streets. And so this week we'll be starting a brand new feature for the show called Street Savvy. We will be just, pouring some young nuggets about what some of your faves have been up to.
Yeah.
I know some of y'all might already know this, because some of y'all live on Twitter. Fix your life, you know who I'm talking about. But we just gonna, share anyway for the benefit of those of us who stay away from the toxicity that is the social media streets.
Man, let's chop it up.
Right. I mean, like, on Tuesday, right? And Wednesday, we kind of woke up to like Twitter being a dumpster fire. Like everything's just timelines, a mess, a complete mess. So we're just gonna let you know what some of the stories that caught our attention are. Kicking things off with Andile Mpisane and Sithelo Shores. So
What happened there?
right, so word on the street was Andile's been abusing her secretly, but the good sis kept receipts, thankfully, and she just lashed the files out there, and everything was just, on fire. And so this just goes to show that the lives we see people live out there are not always as rosy as what we think. Abuse is a very, very serious allegations,
Yeah.
and we really do hope that some action is taken to get to the bottom of this, because we absolutely cannot allow this to continue in a country with such high gender-based violence cases. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. Not all that glitters is gold, but I just want to find out by abusing, as in physically, emotionally, psychologically.
All right, so the sister took out evidence of physical abuse through photos and screenshots, phone call recordings in which he said some of the most horrible things to her. And I think we all fear for her life, mainly because of how powerful we all know his mom is in the situation. But we just give you the info as is. Next up,
But sorry, just to disturb you there, but in this case, her mom, because it is acting like a she right now. If you feel like, if you believe that you're strong enough to come and hit a woman, how about you go to the people your size, and then we'll be able to call you a he. But for now, you are a she. Stop it, guys. Moving on to the next one.
that got hot. But anyway,
I said what I said. I'm like, shy, I mean, if you come for me.
welcome to the official SA Chart Show, ladies and gentlemen. Unfiltered, all truth.
Yeah.
No fear, no
Absolutely.
favor, right? Next up, we have a very interesting situation. Notabaloi, as you all know, a very prominent figure in the Twitter streets, also an industry figure as well, has been responsible for some hits like Bobo, Questa's
Good.
Ngutu as well. So my dude has done some things, right?
Yeah.
according to him anyway. Some of the artists he's represented might beg to differ. But what we're talking about right now is that his wife, Berita, recently came out with news that she separated from him in Jan already because she did not feel safe with him anymore, right? So this is important to point out because this is a man with a lot of influence and a lot of what he says gets taken as gospel. And he's also quite misogynistic towards women in some of the things he says, always coming for the Michalis of this world, always coming for, you know, whoever else is out there that he disagrees with. And I just want to, you know, highlight to the people at home, Uguti, if the home front, if the person that this person said they love and dedicated their lives to, they got married, they exchanged vows, if she feels unsafe with my dude,
move right along. Also, the fact that he went on social media, on YouTube, on a big platform to call Mihlali a dog, that Mihlali can kill Mihlali anytime. What? Like, do you even think before you spit out those words? Absolutely unacceptable. And I do feel for Berita because a lot of the anger from the viewers was directed towards her, and she was not part of it. I know her personally. She's an absolutely amazing human being. She stands against gender-based violence. So we need to hold these men accountable. Because the reason why men feel like they can go out there and abuse us emotionally, physically, and psychologically is because no one is holding them accountable. Not her. It's about time you get cancelled.
Oh, all right. Moving on to more bad news on the Twitter streets, we should say. It's just, again, we must reiterate, it was a dumpster fire in there. Musa Kaula, popular Tweleb, got into a very heated exchange with Lerato, LKG, the DJ. Apparently theirs is a history that goes all the way back to 2013. We know this because Lerato released some files on Twitter exposing Musa and some of the things that he has been doing to her. On the same token, he came out and released some rather shocking information that LKG has ties to the presidential cartel. Now, for those who don't know, this is a rumored group of people who are responsible for very high level crimes throughout the country and whatever. But you know what, we're going to be keeping a very close eye on that story because that's very deep. Ultimately, we share this information here on the official SA Chart Show to let you know that as much as this platform is in its infancy, we do take some of the things that happen in this country very seriously because they affect us also. So men of South Africa, please, my brothers, let's please get it right. And let's please protect our sisters because really it is a very bad time for them, right?
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Moving on to more good news now that that is out of the way. Casper dropped a verse that had the streets talking on I
heard.
Yeah,
it was actually a very dope song. I have someone that is an absolutely big fan of Casper, and this person made me listen to the song, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. They killed. Also, we heard our king, man, our legend, Ricky Rick also featured on that track, which I thought was quite dope to have his legacy rather, kept on after his passing.
All right, so this begs the question, is hip hop still, a lyrical craft? Can it still survive the era of trap beats and whatever? Do lyrics and the dexterity of mind that goes into building these songs still feature? Or, is Casper living in times past?
No, absolutely. I think the reason why it's still alive, Casper even said it in his verse that your hip-hop artists and hip-hop heads are mad at him for dabbing into amapiano, toykom. But end of the day, it is also about putting food on the table as much as it's passion. But at the same time, he did keep hip-hop alive through the different platforms. Music is music. Either way it moves, it plays the same role. That's hip-hop, it is R&B, it is Afro-pop. It's still music. It still plays a role that needs to play in influencing anybody to feel any type of way. So I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm not a hip hop head. I'm just gonna say, but my opinion is Casper kept it moving.
He kept it moving, right?
And he's eating. He has food on his table. That's all.
On to international news now. We had two, I want to say controversial albums that have dropped from some of the biggest personalities on earth. I'm talking about Aubrey Drake Graham, who's featured in our chart, as well as the Queen Bee herself, Beyonce. So these two artists stepped out of their comfort zones, or the zones we know them to be comfortable in, I should say, and tried some very interesting sounds on their new albums. What are some of your takes about these songs?
Before you have your take, before you comment down below, I feel like everybody gets uncomfortable with change, right? And Beyonce and Drake, they have paved the way. They have changed the game in the music industry. So by now they're allowed to do anything, do whatever you want. And also, it's not just about you listening, it's about them also exploring beyond what they already know.
Yeah.
And you know what? I believe they have a strong team. They have strong teams behind them. They know exactly what they're doing. I think it's also strategic to have their music play in different platforms that already they play in. So I think it's dope. If you like it, keep watching, keep listening. If you don't, move right along.
Right. So that's it for the Street Savvy feature for this week. We had to deal with some very, very heavy topics this week, mainly because that is what is happening out there. And in good conscience, we cannot let that slide, right?
Yeah.
But going forward, we will have some lighter stuff for you as well. So please do stay tuned. It is a ride. We love having you here, and thank you for joining us.
Peace out.
Last. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Baba. Dlaminis are the last number. In fact, you can see even here. Directed by Love.
That's not
there's an
Dlamini.
L.
That's
No,
not
the L is
Dlamini.
missing. He misspelled his name.
You know what?
Let's move on.
It's fine. And number one, rightfully so, is without a doubt the hottest track in Mzansi at the moment. I'm a James by one of Mzansi's smoothest voices, Something Soweto. Guys, give Something Soweto a break. Y'all are very abusive. We need to talk about your abusive behavior on Twitter going on because he lost weight. Now you're coming for him. Y'all are toxic. We're already going through too much. Y'all are toxic. I'm sorry. This is all part of the script, but I had to say so. But anyway, we'll see you again next week, same time, same place. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Luyolo Mngonyama. We'll see you next week.
And I'm Letuka Dlamini.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next week.
Ayafana majimbusi abanye bazokushela bathi omuhle kodwa ayafana majents ayafana majimbusi ayafana bafela.